Greetings and welcome to Hexed Encountered. I'm Joe. It is Sports Saturday. We are going to take a look at the game Legends of Boxing 2. Actually, what we're going to do is kind of continue a career that I began in Legends of Boxing 1. But I did want to kind of talk about this updated version, which came out last year, I think July or so of 2024. So it took me a while to actually buy the upgrade, but I did. It's if you have the first version, and of course I'm talking about the PC version here specifically. But if you have the PC version of Legends of Boxing, you can get the upgrade for $20 on asggames.com. That's where it's available. Of course, the tabletop version is still available from Stone Mountain Press, and the game is designed by Gary W. Brown, and the computer version is done by Richard Hanna. So, having gotten that out of the way, you can actually toggle between the two versions just by clicking the covers of the game at the top, which I think is kind of cool. If you're running it in demo mode, you will be able to register it by clicking this button. I've already done that. There is a nice little version 2 notes over here, which kind of gives you a little bit of an idea about some of the things in here. So you can see that you can get help by pressing F1. That's kind of standard for Windows programs. And then about registration and backing up a universe, which I did actually. So I have a backup of my version 1 universe. You do get 55 new and 29 revised heavyweights in addition to the ones that were in the first version. And this could only happen if your original ratings have not been manually edited and the fighter status hasn't been changed from as carded. So yeah, if you want the official version 2 ratings and you've done that, then you will have to reset. And so now when you create a new universe, the heavyweight set will contain both original and new fighters. And then obviously if you have an existing universe with the original heavyweights, you can select add weight. And the heavyweight 2024 set will be available for you to add the new fighters. Ali and Foreman have two version 2 cards. There's a career card, and for Ali a 70s card, and for Foreman a 90s card. So you can toggle which one you want. And then this is the most important part potentially the most important part in this is the new features that you get in version 2. So you have a champions display that has been changed, and you can filter by title weight, etc. The title holder display now allows you to view a list of the title fights as well as a list of the chronological champions. The ones with asterisks, such as number 2, are only available in version 2. Fight statistics have been added. If you have a universe carried over from version 1, you can select the update stats option, which will retrospectively generate each fighter's stats. When viewing a fighter's screen, you can toggle to see individual fight stats. That's also new for version 2. The fight scorecard will now show punches landed and total punches. Enter new fight night now sorts fighters alphabetically rather than by ranking. Also new for 2 is editing fighters, and that has been expanded. You can edit pretty much all the fighter ratings. Click the box around the name will allow you to edit the fighter's record, years of active years rather, hometown, and also A and B punches. You can also add and edit fighter traits by clicking an existing trait or the red box below endurance. And there's now support for fighter biographies. The new 99 core heavyweights have their bios included. To add a bio to a fighter, you simply create a text file in the See Legends of Boxing bios and using first name, space, surname, and the bio details. All right, there's a note here from Gary, the designer, who explains his sources and how he rated fighters and things like that. So I will let you read that if you wish, if you have the game. Then there's also the about screen, of course, which gives you your all your links to where the program is, where's your user directory, where's your PDF files. You have the full manual from the tabletop game that you can use, which goes into in depth of how the game engine itself works, which is nice to have if you do not have the tabletop game. You can close this, and now in my universe here, I'm not sure I actually have anything in here right now, but there is, yeah, there's update stats is grayed out because I don't have any saved fights. I've run some exhibition fights, but I don't have anything saved here. So, unfortunately, I don't have anything really to show with that. What I was going to show is this um, custom kind of your career fighters. So there are several old videos from probably a year or two ago that you'd be able to kind of follow these three fighters in their careers. And they have this is the card. So this would be the card for Mickey O'Malley. His nickname is Kid Lightning. He's a heavyweight. You can see his record. He's not particularly good or accomplished at this point. He's 19 years old. And then you have your various ratings, and you can see that he's really not that great. His reputation is a 0. But if we switch over to Jack Cunningham, his reputation's a 12, and you can see here for title fights to be able to compete for a regional title, you need 20 reputation points. He's at 12. He's 5-0 with 2 knockouts. He is a middleweight. So his stats aren't fantastic, but he's done okay for himself. Here you can see they kind of generate random opponents for you to take on of various quality, and you get to choose your opponent, and we'll see that here in a moment. But you can see kind of their record up here. And then, of course, Rennie Drennon, he is reputation 10. He's 3-0-1 with 3 knockouts. He's a welterweight. His reputation's a 10. You can see he had a draw in his first fight with Mace Niehoff, a 4-round draw. Then he had a TKO in the fourth, a TKO in the fifth, and a TKO in the fourth. Right, and then your training camp upgrades that you can do for your fighters, and any additional things you might gain there. So if we come back over here, you have a calendar here for each fighter, and you can see the F indicates that they have to fight. So Kid Lightning here, we're going to draw his next opponent. Right? So you can see he's got to fight this month, then he's going to be off in September, and he'll fight again in October and November. So if we click the set next opponent, we get to pick which one we want. Now, you can see from their tier which one might be harder. So generally speaking, and you can say tier 1, tier 2, and what the reputation point gain or loss will be with a win or a loss. So they're essentially the same, and then you can kind of look at who you might be a better fit for. I kind of feel like this guy might be the better fit for us, for Kid Lightning over here. So Logan Zarate, and he's 26 from Hollywood, Florida. He's 21-8-2 with 11 knockouts, and you can see his stats compare not too terribly with O'Malley's, whereas Steve Morales here is a little bit better, and he might present more of a challenge. And since the reputation points are the same, we'll go with Zarate. You say confirm, and now he has his next fight is lined up. You can go to training camp, or you can actually switch to another fighter if you want to set up all three. So if we wanted to say, okay, who's Gentleman Jack going to fight this time? We do the same thing, set new opponent, and you get also a regional tier 1, regional tier 2. And again, you can kind of look at their ratings. You can see that it's the same thing, plus or minus 2, depending on what you do in the fight. So we want to get to 20. So we want to win as often as possible, right? Because if we get to 20, then we can fight for a regional title. And then after that, you can go for the American, then the international, and then the world title when you get to 100 reputation points, right? So you can also, I guess, decline the fight, because you are able to decline 1 fight per year. If you do, the fighter will be rusty for his next fight. Now, these are kids, so we want to fight them as often as we can, but do it intelligently so that they can continue to develop. So with that in mind, I think I'm going to fight, I think I will fight Tyrone Howard here. He's a little older. Okay, and then we'll set up Rennie Drennon as well. And he, as I said, is a welterweight. So let's see who we get for him. We've got Victor Leatherwood and Moises Diaz Jr. So we got an older guy and a young guy. Again, it's two and it's plus or minus two for winning or losing. You can see their A and B punches and all their ratings here. And all the ratings are really well described in the PDF manual for the game. I've shown that in earlier videos. So what I would say, since I want this to be mostly about the gameplay, if you want to see those, see the rules and talk about how things work in this game, I've also done videos on the tabletop version of the original game, not two, but the original game. So all of that is on the channel. You can just search on Legends of Boxing and find it on the channel if you want. It would also be under the sports game playlist as well. Or I guess I think I have a boxing playlist, so it's under there most likely. So again, we're gonna look. I'm gonna look here. Now these guys both have pretty good chin numbers. Drennon does not, but he's got a good cut rating, willpower. His TKO is pretty solid. He's kind of a hard puncher, I guess, looking at it, but he doesn't take a punch particularly well. So we could go either way, but I'm going to, I think, go with, hmm, we'll go with Diaz because his chin is a little lower. He's got a higher willpower. His finisher is worse. So, and he's a dirty fighter, so we maybe get some points on fouls. So we'll go with Diaz. We'll confirm the selection. All right, so let's fight, and we'll start with O'Malley. He's the one who needs the most help. So let's fight here. So you go to training camp. Okay, so you roll, and we got a 68. And here we have strategic insight. Mickey has 2 additional strategy overrides during the next fight. That's good. We hit end camp. Now we go to fight. You can also do auto fight, but we'll fight this one out. Okay, now you got a little bit of sound here. Um, so that off. Okay, now you can even see he's got a picture. To me, he kind of looks like Alec Baldwin a little bit. That was not on purpose, but yeah, that's an interesting picture. Very very 1940s with the hairdo and the art style and so on. All right, so let's just go right to the action here. So we're going to roll for control. So control goes to the opponent. And we got a punch, hook, missed and countered. Then we roll for the counter, and he got a 2-point combination. We go to the next action, roll for control again. Again, Zarate in control. Punch, straight punch, 1 point. Control. Okay, so we got open. So you can see here we're going to roll, and it's going to give us something in this chart. So we get a foul, check the blue fighter. The blue fighter is Zarate. So we're going to roll to check the foul. Incidental contact, no foul. Right? And you can see time is counting down up here. Now, high action chart. So again, we're going to roll on this chart here. We roll, we got a 65, so that's right here. Physical edge, Zarate wins exchange 2-1 with a good combination. All right, and we go again, open action again, 96, missed exchange, both fighters block and mix. Okay, open action again. So these guys aren't great at controlling the action, apparently. Their control numbers are very low. We get a foul check again on the blue fighter. Again, it's incidental contact. He has control. We roll for defense, then we roll for punch. Uppercut, 1 point. Is he cut? He is cut, and his he got a -1 there, and he's got a major cut above his left eye. So as you can see, he's kind of not a great fighter, kind of like Glass Joe in the old Punch Out game. 45 here is a juke and move. And we got it again. 76 is missed exchange. His endurance drops. His endurance drops. The round is over. Okay. So you can see here his cut situation, his left eye, of course. Now we can go seconds out for round two. Hopefully he'll do better this time. Cross for 1 point. High action chart 44. Tactical edge. O'Malley wins 2-1. So that's good. That's almost the first good thing that's gone for him. Now he has control, so we have to roll for his defense. Zarate, that is, and he gets a 2-point cross. So maybe he'll actually do something this time. And okay, so that was a 1 point straight. Now he's in control. Defense, punch, jab, blocked. We roll again. Control over to Logan. 3, 20, another 1 point combo. Now we get a high action chart, and he gets uh, a TKO value in here, so he'll be easier to knock down. So he wins that exchange 2-1. We're coming down towards the end of the round here, and now he also took the 1 there for TKO. Right, defense, another 1 round straight, 1 point straight. That ends the round. Both guys lose 3 endurance that time. Now up here you have the strategy, and you can see kind of what they are. So we're going to be elusive this round. Okay, high action, 23, defender edge. So Zarate won that one. Another open action, a clinch. Another open action, juke and move. Now he has control, O'Malley. We get a 3 for Zarate's defense and a 93. That's a stick and move combo for 2 points. More open action, another clinch. We've got a 10-7, so another open action, 34, juke and move. Another open action, clash of heads, check high hazard, cut first. Okay, next action. Another combo, open action, missed exchange. That ends the round. Both lose 2 endurance, and we go to round 4. Roll for control, open action chart, 94, miss exchange. That's a big control win for him. Uppercut for 2 points. Now he's got control, a 1 point jab, high action, equal willpower. So the exchange is 1-1 for points. And wow, that's a big difference there. Hook, missed and countered. Do 2-point uppercut on the counter punch. All right, so this is a decent round for O'Malley so far, I think. Right, nice. That's probably potentially bad. 1-point hook, not too bad. Okay, he's got control again. 2-point hook. We got open action, a clinch, and that ends the round. This is a 6-round fight, so we have a couple left to go. Got a 15 and a 2. Hook to the body for 2. Then we have a clinch. All right. O'Malley has control. 2, 10, uppercut, 1 point. Control goes to O'Malley. Roll for defense. Punch, 1-point cross. We got the high action. 95 light hands, 1-1 exchange. Right. 10-10, he gets control. A 2-point uppercut. Again, he gets control. 2-point body. Open action. Foul, blue fighter. Marginal foul. All right. Another open action, juke and move. And that ends the round. And we go to round 6. Another open action, misses. 2-point uppercut, check for a cut. Minor cut above right eye, so now he's got a cut on his right eye as well. 1-point hook. That is a foul check on the blue fighter, flagrant foul. All right. Control, combo to the head. All right. Now you can see this is could be a big scorer here for him. Solid shot, but O'Malley shrugged it off, so that wasn't too bad. High action. Okay, Zarate won the exchange there. I'm feeling Zarate is going to win this fight. We're coming down to the last 25 seconds here. He's controlled the action the whole fight pretty much. So, and is he cut? Minor cut. Okay. This I think will be our last action. This one's going to the judges. All right, let's get our result. See what we got here. Unanimous. Gonna go for Zarate, I'm pretty sure. Logan Zarate. All right, and you can have a fight report here, which gives you the scoring. And as you can see, um, it was relatively close, of course, 59-57, basically. 59-57, 59-55. Judge 2 did not like O'Malley much. And 58-57 for Judge 3. So O'Malley falls to, I think that's what, 0-4. And now his rep is -2. Oh, he's 1-3-2. So that's kind of bad. All right, now we roll for development here. 17. Increase chin or power by 1 step. All right, roll on chart. Tactical. Increase condition. Control, I think, is what that is. All right. All right. Options here. See, this is where you see your options. All right. And here you have his record. And he's not doing all that well. So we'll do one more. Maybe we'll do all 3. We'll see how this one goes. So here we have Tyrone Howard taking on our gentleman Jack Cunningham, who's 5-0 with a couple of wins by knockout, well, TKO. Go to training camp. Let's see what we roll here. 89. Driven, increase endurance by 3 points. So that's useful. All right, let's fight. All right. He's going with the elusive strategy. 1-point hook. Combo to the head. This is not good. Oh, knocked down. He's up at 6. That's not great. Oof. All right. Now he's got a roll of finishers here. Now we're back to Cunningham wins the rally, gets a 2-1 there. Now he's in control. A 1-point hook. Now he's on defense. Hook, ducked, and countered. Let's see, 1-point hook again. He's got control. 1-point hook. He's fond of the hook, apparently. 10-point foul check on the red fighter. Incidental. And we lose. He lost 3, and Howard lost 2. All right, we go to round 2. Missed exchange. Control. Punch, jab, 1 point. He's got control again. Clean jab, 2 points. It's on a roll here. Another 1 point. Now we lose control. Got a head combo to the head for 1 for Howard. Control back to Cunningham. 1-point hook. Control again. Double jab. 2 points. Back to Howard. Uppercut to the body for 1. Got control to Cunningham. Jab 1 point. And that ends that round. I feel like he won that round. He definitely lost round 1. So, all right. Open action. Nothing. Missed exchange. Control to Howard. 1-point hook. Open action again. Another missed exchange. Again, control to Howard. 2-point hook. Now control to Cunningham. 1-point combo. Now control again. And you can see the die rolls here, what they result in. 5 defense. Jab 1 point, right? Because we rolled a 74. If you look here, 73 to 77 is a 1-point jab. So all your charts and everything kind of show up here so you can see what's going on. 1-point cross for Howard. You've got control to Howard, 1-point jab, high action chart. Howard wins in exchange, physical edge, good combination. His endurance is down 3. Howard is only down 2. We go to round 4. Right? Cunningham in control, combination. Oh, let's see what we get. 65, stunned. Howard was hurt by that one. That's a 4-pointer, right? 3-pointer. Yeah, 3 points because it's between 54 and 84. Right? 85, that's a 1-point hook. Now we go back to control. He maintains control. He got a 1-point jab. Now he lost control. Howard gets a 1-point hook. High action chart again. Cunningham wins 2-1. Right? Open action chart. 100. Missed exchange. Control back to Howard. Oh, I'm sorry. No, control to Cunningham. He got 1-point hook. Juke and move. All right, another high action, a 7, defensive edge. Cunningham wins exchange 2-1. Okay, that was a pretty good round for him. Howard's Howard's endurance is down to a 5, and Cunningham's is at 10. All right, open action chart here in round 5 to start with. Juke and move. Then we've got control for Howard, 2-point hook to the body. Control for Cunningham, a 1-point cross. Control for Howard, combo to the head. We need to roll high, 21. That's not high. So now we got to hope he does. Well, he can't get knocked out, but you can see 11, 18, 20. He's up at 6. Actually, he could get knocked down, I guess, if it's below 11. Is that? No, I think that's, yeah, that's right. He could get knocked down. He would be knocked out, I guess, if it was under 11. From 11 to 18 is 6 points. Now we got to go through 2 finishers, and that's another one. Cunningham's down again. He's up at 8 this time. All right. Oof. Uh-oh, here we go. Next round. All right, he saved it. Go to the final round. And it's looking like this is going to be Cunningham's first loss of his career. And he gets a 2-1 advantage there. Now he's on the defensive again. 1-point uppercut. He's got control. He's straight 1 point straight. 53, Howard wins that exchange, 2-1. Yeah, Howard in control, 2-point uppercut to the body. That TKO number is getting pretty high. High action chart. Now his TKO number goes up. And we go here. Uppercut, body blocked. Missed exchange. Control for Cunningham. Going to the judges, and I'm feeling Cunningham's going down by decision here. Got knocked down 3 times. He held his own otherwise, but those 3 knockdowns, you can't overcome that. Yep. So let's see our report. I mean, the knockdown in the first and then knocked down twice in the fifth. Not good at all. So that ends his victory streak at 5. So he'll be 5-1 now. Let's see. We get this -1 to effective age, right? And then 20 increase. 20 again. All right. Okay, so we got one fight left. It is Drennon, and let's get it going. I may retire O'Malley because I mean he is not doing well at all. So let's go to training camp here for Drennon. 78. Okay, so he's a driven. So we'll take we want to take his cut is an 8. Let's take chin. All right, end camp. Okay, let's fight it. All right, there you get your picture of Rennie Drennon, and here we go. He's fighting outside against Moises Diaz Jr. Here we go. Drennon in control. Cross for 1. Now Diaz in control. Cross for 1. Diaz in control again. Hook for 1. High action, open action rather. Juke and move. No scoring. High action chart. Drennon wins exchange 2-1 with a combination in the corner. We've got this. We get punch, hook, ducked. Then we get, let's see, king 3, king 2, another straight roll. Right? Drennon in control, 50, cross for 2 points. That'll put a 1 under that TKO there on Diaz. So both guys will lose 2 this round. Okay, let's go to round 2. All right, Diaz starts in control, 2-point uppercut. Again, Diaz, another uppercut. This is a good one. Hope for a nice high roll here. Staggered. Drennon is in serious trouble. All right. Now he's going to be trying to knock him down, and he did not. Drennon in control. 1-point cross. Another uppercut. Man. Drennon is down. Drennon's up at 7. All right. Drennon gets a 2-point straight punch. That ends the round. That was a terrible round for Drennon, as he got floored a couple times. His only hope is Diaz's endurance is down to 3. So let's see. Well, that's terrible. All right. Right. He has control. He needs to score by, more than like a point. Since he's losing the control battle pretty frequently here. You can move. Two-point combo for Drennon. Point uppercut. All right, we go to round 4. I'm going to change his strategy to elusive, I guess. All right, here we go. Not doing particularly well here. Foul check on blue, flagrant foul. Nice counter on the hook to the body. Drennon in control. Double jab for 2. Another high action chart. Drennon wins exchange 2-1. Drennon is on a little bit of a heater here. He's got a 1-point jab. Check for a cut. No. Next round. All right, that's going to take his last endurance. So he's going to start seeing some hits here, as you can see, to his ratings due to being tired. All right, on to round 5. He's going inside now. All right, missed exchange. Control to Drennon. 1-point cross, check for cut. Minor swelling left eye. All right. Diaz in control, getting 2-point uppercut. Another 2-point uppercut for Drennon. Another foul check, marginal foul. All right, Drennon gets control back. 2-point uppercut. He really needs to win these 2 rounds. He has a little string going again. All right, we go to the final round. Seconds out for round 6 here. Drennon on the defense at the start. 2-point cross for Diaz. Open action, a clinch. High action. Light hands, 1-1 exchange. Drennon in control. Uppercut for 2 to the body. Now Diaz in control. 1-point combo. Another high action chart. 2-2 flurry. Open action, missed exchange. High action. Drennon wins 2-1 with a combination in the corner. All right, last action of the fight. Diaz is in control. We got a 2-point jab there at the end, double jab. And we go to the judges. We got a tie under Judge 1, tie with Judge 2. Oh, it's a majority draw. Judge 3 gave the fight to Diaz Jr., 58-56. The other 2 had it 57-57. Drennon getting floored really hurt him. I mean, that's been the kind of the theme of this whole session. These guys taking it on the chin there and going down. Yeah, I mean, that knockdown right there was bad. So, yep, not great. So we close the fight. We'll check our development. Increase chin or power by 1 step. How do you do this? I forget how you do this. If it's just automatic or what. Usually there's buttons over here, I thought. And increase, yeah, so you doesn't do anything. All right, so that ended that fight. You can end the month now. All right, so now you see Kid Lightning O'Malley. He's going to retire with his 1-3-2 record, and he's really not going anywhere. So we'll just retire him. And yeah, he's going to retire. And Cunningham, his reputation is a 10 now, and Drennon's is an 11. So he has a draw, so he's 3-0-2 now. We are now in September, as you can see. So we can again, let's, I think we're done for now. So I'm going to, what does edit do? Oh, I'll let you change his name and stuff. Okay. All right, summary. He's in his start of career. Come over here and do summary with him as well. Right? No fight scheduled for this month. So we're off, and then we'd have the next month, which would be October. Oh, Drennon has a fight this month. Okay, so let's see. Who do we want him to fight next? I like this guy, I think. You know what? Let's go with this one. Burley Weissman. Let's do training camp, see what we get. Poor camp, that's great. All right. This time, let's do an auto fight just so you can see how that works. All right. So uh, it looks like he lost. He'll increase chin or power by 1 step. Yeah, he lost to Weissman in a fourth round TKO. That and that time it did give it to me. Um, let's go this way. All right. I might have been messing that up. I don't know. But anyway, I think I will. Well, let's end the month. Right now, you see he's gone, but he's under retired fighters. So Mickey O'Malley's gone. So let's create ourselves a new heavyweight, um, or we'll see what we've got here. Uh, well, we got a flyweight, a junior lightweight, cruiserweight. Let's draw that again. I guess it's it's not the same. Rydell Ochoa. Oh, he's dirty too. Could go light heavy. Calvin Johnson. I'm going to go with Rydell Ochoa here. I'm going to add him to our stable, and I'm going to edit his name to something a little bit more 1940s because we're supposed to be in 1946 here. Let's make him, let's see, uh, Hank. You know what? We'll leave him. Well, make him Hector Ochoa. And that's good enough. And his first opponent, start him with this guy, I think. Uh, yeah, start him with this guy, Brian Lopez. All right. And then for Rennie Drennon, he's got no fight this month. Cunningham does. So let's schedule his next opponent. He gets uh Big Ferdinand Outlaw. All right. Okay, so that will do it for this one. I guess let me know if you guys are interested in seeing this continue. This is something I can bang out fairly quickly because it's a PC game. So it's theoretically possible I could do multiples of these, just kind of put them up, a couple videos maybe on a sports Saturday. So you have a couple different things to choose from. The tabletop stuff takes longer to do, but since this is a PC game, it's a little bit quicker. So, post that in the comment section and I will, take it into account. Also looking at how the views are and, things like that. So thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. If you'd consider liking, sharing, or subscribing, that of course would be awesome and much appreciated. But if not, hopefully you'll at least come back and check out something else here on the channel. That's going to do it for this one. I'm Joe. It is Sports Saturday here on the Hexed Encounter channel. And until next time, as always, happy gaming.